rolling. What's going on, guys? Shawnee Bitcoin's back with another cryptocurrency blockchain update. Smash that like, guys. Me and Darren, we made a video yesterday, and it was like an hour-long video, and there was no volume. So we had to delete the video right away. So we're gonna try it again today with
We
even
did
better.
make the video. It just didn't have any audio.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to do better today. Let us know if there's audio in the comments, guys. Um, Darren's gonna have some news for us. This is Darren from DAppOS, and he is building an application that is going to make crypto easier to use. It's a project that's soon to be a cryptocurrency. Am I right?
We'll talk about DAppOS. But yeah, what it does is it serves as like a gateway to DeFi. When
Okay.
it's completed, it's gonna serve as a cushion to crypto infrastructure for users, so that a lot more people can use DeFi. Because right now user experience is pretty difficult.
Yeah.
There's a huge learning curve. We're trying to make it smoother.
Yeah.
But today, I'm here to talk to you about a couple other things. So let me share my screen here. You got to let me share my screen.
Oh yeah. Let me give you the controls. Hold on. Where's these controls at now?
I'm coming to you today from Singapore, so we're on totally different time wavelengths, Sean and I.
Oh, here you go. I got you. Hold on. Boom. More allowed to make a host. There you go.
Yeah, I'm the host now. Okay, very good. So I can share my screen.
We got
All
our
right, and here we
technicals
go.
okay today. We got our technicals okay.
So I wanted this is something I had been looking at because I'm fascinated what exchanges are keeping their customer funds and their collateral and their exchange funds separate.
Yeah.
And obviously, FTX infamously failed at this. My understanding is that a lot of exchanges do keep them separate. By the way, if you're wondering whether U.S. Congress is serious about any of this, there are already laws that mandate financial institutions hold their customer assets separate from their speculative assets, and they could very easily pass something. There's nothing partisan about it for crypto, and it would happen. Anyway, this is about Binance. Binance, we love Binance here, but they acknowledge storing user funds with collateral, and they're telling us that it was a mistake. All right, well, it turns out that reserves for half of the 94 coins that Binance issues are stored in a single wallet. Binance 8 being a lucky number in China. Not that Binance has nothing to do with China. All right, but being a lucky number in China holds also customer assets. That's a huge problem. This is so all this stuff about Binance FUD. I was also saying it's all Binance FUD. This is for real, not good looking. And Binance knows it's not good, so they're saying, "Sorry, this was a mistake." I'm gonna ask Sean what he thinks of that in a minute. But before I do, um, I just want to point out that Binance says all user assets held with the exchange have been and continue to be backed 1-to-1. So that's actually pretty good. If they're storing them together, but they're backed 1-to-1, and they still have the collateral, but it's stored in the same place, well, I'll let you decide. Sean, what do you think?
I mean, I've heard one of the guys I listen to on YouTube, there's not many of them, but one of the guys is Chico Crypto. And I told you he actually did a lot of looking into Binance. He's a really good investigator and researcher. And he found a lot of this like a year ago, 2 years ago. He knew this stuff and he was coming out with this. Anybody who follows
He
Chico Crypto, you know that he's
he was saying this specific thing that they
well,
they
he was
kept their.
saying he's been saying for a long time that Binance is the next FTX, and he gives his reasons for why. And it was a lot of stuff like this, like He found out where their tokens were held, that they weren't, backed one to one. I don't know. You're saying that they're backed one to one, but they're on the same wallet.
Well, no, I'm saying that the spokesperson from Binance says that they have been and continue to be backed one to one. I'm not saying that. That's from the article. That's what the spokesman answered, and I'm just communicating because I'm pro Binance, right? I have a
Yeah.
our project's backed by Binance Incubation Labs. We like Binance,
Yeah.
but I don't think this looks great for Binance. I think this is actually something that matters as opposed to all the FUD previously. You're supposed to keep them separated.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just judging by the way CZ talks, I don't trust the guy. But I don't, like I said, I'm not researching these guys. I don't know if they're solvent, if they're not. All I know is they have a ton of money and they probably could be solvent if they want to nowadays,
It's not sure.
right? Like they made a ton of money. They can, now that they know that people are onto the FTX stuff, they have time to fix whatever they were into, right?
Yeah. So the question is how bad is this? Apparently, only half of their coins were the collateral was in the same wallet as customer funds, and it's not nearly as bad as FTX because FTX put everything in Alameda and then used that and spent it. But it sounds like they have one-to-one backing. It sounds like there's funds associated with customer assets and this collateral and everything. But this is like I said, the first thing I've seen.
Yeah.
But we don't have to belabor that. We have a whole show. I wanted to talk today about um, Chinese New Year
Mhm.
and the price of Bitcoin. And I want to show you guys something that I found today. So I was researching this, and I'm so glad we picked this topic today because I found I found this. This is from Decrypt, our favorite Decrypt, the online outlet that covers crypto,
There
and
you
it's
go.
showing the price of Bitcoin over 10 days from each year,
Mm,
from the first day of Chinese New Year to 10 days later, and that's a good 10-day return. You're averaging 8.5%, 9%. Um,
can you
you
break
can
down
see
this chart
some
a little
years.
bit? Can you break down this chart?
Okay, so you can see here the years are on the bottom. This each bar is associated with a year, and
Mm,
on the sides here you see the percentage, which represents the growth from day one to day 10. Day one being the first day of Chinese New Year, day 10 being 10 days later.
gotcha.
So it's an average of 9% gain. And in China, we had all accepted the narrative that Chinese New Year was bad for crypto. And I'm sure it's not good for crypto, but for Bitcoin at least, it seems quite good because people talk about Bitcoin, they get together, they visit their relatives, the people who hold. And yeah, maybe they're cashing out their Bitcoin before Chinese New Year's to give their hongbao, to give their gifts.
Yeah.
But in the course of, but they seem to be Bitcoin advocates because at the end they're taking their hongbao and they're putting it into Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Or,
Or maybe
you
they're
know,
giving it to a friend. Who knows, right?
and I
Jay,
wanted to hand this off to you, Sean, because you have a theory about the new moon
yeah,
and the Chinese New Year's first day is always the beginning of the lunar calendar. So it's a new moon, right?
that's a good point. Yeah, I wonder if those two coinciding together could have equaled out to like a more than average pump. Um, but would you be able to bring up a little bit of a moon chart too? That would be interesting. I don't want to spend 20 minutes trying to find it and I can't find it. But
I didn't.
there is
I'll
there is
look for it.
there is history where Bitcoin has dumped on full moons, which most people would think that it would be good on full moons. But then on new moons, it ends up performing well. So I ended up calling that beforehand, and I was like, I saw a new moon coming like a week ahead, and I was like, dang, Bitcoin looks pretty good. It looks like it might break out. So this new moon coming in a week, might have a big effect. That was my philosophy.
So
But
this is a lunar calendar for um, April of this year. Oh, I wanted to get one for the whole year, but you can see um, the which one is the new moon here.
it was 21st. Oh, I'm sorry. You're looking at April, right?
Yeah,
Well, we're not in April. What are
is
you
it
trying
is it? Yeah, this is what I found. Hold on, I'll find something else.
to? Okay. Yeah,
What happened to my?
it was 21st of January. We had a new moon, and a lot of people are wondering why Bitcoin pumped. So that's basically, if you guys have anything in the comments you want to share why you think Bitcoin pumped, was it the CPI data mixed with the new moon, mixed with the Chinese New Year, or was it just the CPI data? Um, I don't know. I was telling Darren, like the moon does affect the tides. I surf, so I know that the moon has a big effect on the water. People are made of water. Uh,
All right, so here's a map that shows us the last quarter, the new, and the first quarter for 2023, and you can see there January 22nd, January 22nd, the start of Chinese New Year, new moon right
yeah,
there. Um, and Sean's theory has been that the new moon is better for the corn, and then the full moon is not good. Is that right?
supposedly, yeah, it dumps. I guess people second think on full moons, but I can't tell you, like, obviously I can't tell you why. Um, these are
I,
just
I tend I,
just
I tend to think there's something to this because people I mean if as long as people think psychologically about the moon, it doesn't doesn't need to have a natural phenomena. It could be people
predicting that,
psychology.
yeah, just like I
So
do.
I tend to think
Like
there's something.
I'll leave my money in there because I see a new moon coming. A lot of people might play that same thing. I don't know. You don't really hear it too much though, right? In Bitcoin, but if you go on TradingView, they have like moon signals. So there's definitely people that can get a hold of this information easily.
Yeah. So I don't know any of you are traders, but let us know if especially leave a comment if you are all have like a trading system that's based on the lunar phenomenon of any kind, let us know. Maybe you've gone deeper, maybe you've studied it,
Yeah,
um,
I haven't really gone too deep in it, just theories.
but I'm interested in trading Bitcoin on the moon cycles now.
Heck yeah.
This could be my edge, and I have Sean to thank because he's the one who introduced. He put in this brainworm of new
I'm
moon,
sure
and,
when I
and I'm trying to refute him, and I'm like, well, no,
well,
maybe.
when I tweeted that, a lot of people were like, no way, there's no way that's gonna happen. Bitcoin's gonna pump on the 21st of January. But what happened? It pumped like crazy. And was that because of the new moon? It lied on the same day. I don't know. But
So other reason I wanted him to tell you about his new moon theory is because when I see something like this, Decrypt, like, thanks for telling me this 3 days late because it's already Chinese New Year started on the 22nd. It's now it's the 25th here,
mm,
24th in the United States. I'm coming to you from Singapore,
yeah,
but it's a little bit late to do this trade. But you can just try this trade and the new moon, which is a month from the 22nd,
right.
and you just consult this chart here, and we're not advising you to do this,
No, we could
by the way.
start going over them though. Every new moon and full moon, we could start seeing what happens and
It's
maybe
happening. It's
yeah.
happening. It's we're moon boys. What can I say?
Yes, we
It's who
are.
we are. It's who we are. All right. Um, shall we move to the altcoins?
Let's go to the Pangolin, man. Pangolin's really an interesting project. Let's first start with that it's listed on Coinbase and not many people know about this. I didn't even know about this project till Darren told me. And they're listed on Coinbase.
It's a great little thing, and they're very busy. They're busy bees. Well, they're busy,
That's what
strange looking alien creatures.
that's what we
That's what
like.
pangolins are. Should I? All right, let me hear. Let me show. I'm just gonna show you the chart on CoinGecko. This is Pangolin.
Oh, it's already up
As
today,
you can see,
man. What happened, bro?
it's a little bit up. It's so far down. Look, he says it's up. Let's just look at this. It's only got 6.5 million market cap. Well, that's what it was yesterday. Now it's a little bit up from that. Um, it's still down 99.8% from all-time high. And I'll show you the whole, let me show you the whole thing. Because then you can see what happened. You can see they had their listing there. They had their release. And then it pumped and then it comes back down. And you see, but this is not a fly-by-night operation. They're doing all kinds of stuff. They're competitors.
Mhm.
They're contenders, excuse me. So let me give you the spiel. Pangolin is a multi-chain digital asset exchange. They offer swaps and tools for traders. They've they launched on the Flare network and will be launching on Hedera in February. But their home is Avalanche. The Avalanche AMM is the heart of their network. Um, they have a novel staking mechanism which they call San Cenarevos, but I call it SAR because I stumble over that I think it's Spanish, it might be Portuguese. And that's going to arrive this quarter one of 2023. And that's their version of V tokenomics because they kind of sat down the V tokenomics wave until they could get something that they really wanted to craft, to mold. And this will allow stake tokens to wrap into yield-bearing NFTs without impacting the price of those NFTs. Stakers will also receive a time-weighted APR. So if you stake for 90 days, you get a little bit. If you stake for a year, you get a lot, like more than four times, maybe I don't know, but it's
Gotcha.
weighted heavily for the longer. And what Christos said, Christo from Pangolin, sorry, Christo. What Christo said was they're trying to weed out the mercenaries.
Mm.
So they're going to expand their bridge swap. There's an imminent partnership with TorChain, upcoming integration with Squid to connect them to the Cosmos network.
Mm.
So they're going to connect to Atom as well. So they're going to add 33 more networks to the 16 networks that users can currently swap to and from. Um,
Awesome.
we they expect a bridge swap to support the subnets. So Avalanche, let me see here. Avalanche has a subnet thing they're coming out with that they're custom blockchain networks meant to scale and assist institutions and web three gaming. So they're gonna they're gonna connect the subnets from other networks, and Pangolin is going to be involved in that. And they're going to go to hackathons, Pangolin, to share tools for DApps. I call them DApps, DApps, which save time by embedding a widget requiring little more than a few lines of code for integration. And then Christo dropped 10 days ago that they were going to work towards concentrated liquidity at Pangolin. So they're working on this. They haven't come up with a solution. They're still analyzing how they're going to go about this. But so they're also going to launch on Near protocol.
Mm.
That might be quarter two, and they're not going to deploy on Aurora, the bridge. They're going to deploy within the Near ecosystem. So they had some talk about governance and canonical network tokens, but there is a lot going on with Pangolin. This is an active project. This is a decentralized exchange native to Avalanche,
Mhm.
but spreading
Clause.
its claws. Thank you. Its claws across various other ecosystems, and I think it's criminally undervalued. Criminally undervalued. I looked at the price and I was like, "What?
Yeah,
No way."
me too.
Um, but 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 that's where we are with a lot of these alts. So, Sean, comments, thoughts?
I haven't really seen an altcoin that's down that much from $15 all the way to and that's like the price it came out at was 15. So it's all the way down to 4 cents, which means it has to do another 20, no, it has to do another 20x just to get to a dollar, right?
Oh yeah. I have, yeah, it's 20x to go back to a dollar, which will be what, 95% off all-time high.
But that's not what we're focused on, right? We're focused on that they're building, they're just undercover building, and they're on Coinbase, which means Coinbase has done their research on this project. I already mentioned that. That's and the lowest projects on Coinbase, the lowest price projects on Coinbase, they always pump the most. I've noticed it in history because people just go
Really?
on there. Yeah, people go on there in the bull run and they start throwing in like money into the smallest one. Do you know what I mean? On Coinbase. I've seen it happen. And yeah, so I'm really focused on what they're building though, because that sounds interesting that they're trying to help projects with their dApps too, right? Am I right about that?
Yeah, yeah. They're going to allow, well, yeah, they have their own program so that you can launch on Pangolin and Avalanche. They're trying to attract developers.
Yeah, I mean they're only going to get better from here, right? If they're doing all that technical stuff.
So you could do a lot worse in your alt buying than Pangolin.
Yeah.
Uh, there's another DEX. So I should disclose at this point that Pangolin is a partner with my organization, DAppOS. We also partner with Benkey, which
Mm,
is another DEX on Avalanche. So we are very Avalanche exposed. Um, it's a good network. It performed well during the bull run, of course.
definitely.
But for
Definitely.
your consideration, people of the internet, Pangolin.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested myself. I'm kind of scared I don't have any at this point. Seriously.
Got a little bit of FOMO there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right, so what about do you want to break down surge swap since you're doing a great job, or
No,
should I break
it's
it
your
down?
definitely your turn.
All right, guys.
This is yours. You're the one that's
My
tweeting
baby,
about this.
my baby. All right, so there's another host disabled participant screen sharing.
I just opened up to
Oh, I
multiple
got you.
can
Got
share.
you. All right, I got you.
And
All
we're
right.
just gonna agree not to bombard people with our screens at one time.
Yeah, sorry guys. All right, so we can talk about Surge Swap. Surge
Look,
protocol.
look at that website. So dark and pretty. I love it. Ooh,
Gorgeous. Okay, so guys, this DEX is still under 1 million market cap, but it's actually pumping compared to other projects on the market right now. And I mentioned it in my other video, but I do want people to take a second look at it because basically the price is starting to pump, which everybody cares about the most. And then second of all, I think I'm a little bit more convinced in this project that it's legit. Um, and that's just from a lot of conviction from other people too. And the devs are really excited about this project. And the devs are going on spaces. They're pretty transparent in everything they're talking about. I can't really hate on them. But here's the surge chart. It's hard for me to see the price, but we're at 8.008934 on Binance Smart Chain. I think you could bring up the Ethereum price too. Just put it under here. 3, 2, 1. It's tough to see the Ethereum price too. I got bad eyes, guys. 0.004304. But I mean, I don't have much to tell you guys other than that this DEX, hopefully that they're gonna get a lot more projects listed on them. And it's extremely undervalued at this point, under 1 million market cap. It's actually, I mean, Pangolin is extremely undervalued too, because that's only 6 million market cap, and they're working their ass off too. So these are
so
kind of
what's the key deliverable from this project? What is the utility?
the utility is that the smart contract locks the liquidity so that devs supposedly can't rug pull when they list their project on here. I'm sure you would know more about that, Darren, why that's
Well, no, yeah, that's absolutely true. And part of the reason is because devs don't even have to deploy their native token to provide liquidity because it's done automatically and that's the technology that Surge has. The technology is okay. What we do is we offer um, a way for devs to immediately price the token that they list using BNB. I think he said BNB, but I think it must also be ETH as well.
Right.
So BNB and ETH, which is an amazing technology, but it makes me think also that you could replicate this.
Hmm.
And but it also is this is the first. So
Hmm.
this could be, Uniswap is open. No one, I mean, I guess they have replicated Uniswap, but it's still big. And when we went on the spaces together, Sean, the Surge founders were complaining about the money that everybody pays on Uniswap.
Yeah.
And but for me, that's not the big draw of their project. The big draw of their project is that devs don't need to lock up any of their funds to deploy. That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to give so many values, to people when it's like you only need to focus on the one that you're really solving, which, you know, the fees aren't really the problem. People want their crypto secured and they want to, swap and get their crypto um in a decentralized way. So that's cool. Um, but do you have any idea how many minutes we have left on here? If you guys are enjoying this content, smash that like. Let us know how we could improve these videos. We're trying to give you guys some undervalued projects because I know that's what most people are tuning in for. Um, Darren's a
We
pretty
need to we need to discuss our names. So we wanted to throw to you guys what we should be named. My proposal is to call our channel, our show, our presentation, our daily cryptocracy.
hypocrisy. As no one else has that, right?
I don't really I yeah, I mean,
Okay. Yeah, let us know, guys, in the comments if you like
if you
cryptocracy.
have a better idea, let us know.
Definitely. And yeah, so if we have anything else, maybe we want to cover just the Bitcoin price real quick.
You do.
All right. Just gonna share the screen.
I've talked enough about the corn today.
Bitcoin. Let's see what we got, guys.
Remember, it's a commodity, boys and girls.
I brought up Saito. My Saito is like my default.
What's that? What's this project, Sean? Don't get him started. Don't get him started.
Get me all wrangled up, guys. All right, Bitcoin. We're at 22,933. But you know what's funny is this price isn't even accurate. Watch this. Bitcoin. Oh man.
He's brave. He's showing us the search
That
results.
did you see that Zoom pop up? It said that we need to upgrade. Um, Bitcoin price.
Oh no.
22,901. So it was actually $30 off on CoinGecko. But anyway, guys, we will definitely be covering more undervalued altcoins, and we got a good researcher on our hands with Darren. So until
Two good
then,
researchers. Let's
yeah,
let's be real.
yeah, we don't want to waste their time until we have some really good altcoins to give them.
We'll have some more altcoins for you next video, which we hope to release tomorrow. Um,
hopefully,
technology willing.
hopefully we have sound on this one. All right, we'll leave it at that. Make sure you follow Darren on Twitter too. What's your Twitter name?
At D_Dappos, which is DAPPOS.
Okay.
At D_DAPPOS.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for watching.
Yes, thank you guys. See you in the next one. Peace out. All right, stop video.